okay? The deal hadn't been closed when you hit your head and woke up as Eddie Maine, correct?
Yeah, so?
Okay. Standard business practice would have been to put the deal on hold if one of the parties, mainly you, was not in his right mind. And if ELQ hadn't sent someone to close the deal, then the Australian company would have had to assume that there was no deal to be had. Right?
Well, I couldn't really say.
Well, oh, come on, Ned. Be honest with me. If Michael hadn't gone and negotiated the deal, there would be no deal, right?
That's not the point,
No, the
Lois.
point is that Michael closed the deal and you didn't. Isn't that what this is really all about?
I turned ELQ over to Michael. A decision I have come to bitterly regret. He was too young to be named CEO, even if he did turn out to be surprisingly effective at the job.
So what's the problem?
Problem is, once Michael got a taste of that power, he was never willing to let it go. When he was pushed out by me and Valentine, he went to work for Drew at Aurora. But I knew he was just lying in wait. And when I had that fall at the pool, well, that was his chance he needed. Michael jumping in and finishing the negotiations for that Australian deal was just the beginning. Lois, if I don't figure out a way to stop him, Michael will push me out.
All these years, after Edward's death, and all the Qs are still fighting with each other. Your grandfather, may he rest, he would be so proud of that. And that makes me so sad. You know I loved your grandfather. And in many ways, Edward was a wonderful man, and I cherish his memory.
I feel the same way.
But he loved keeping you all in an endless competition. Everybody always jockeying for power. He loved playing you all against each other. You versus your mother, you versus AJ, all the while belittling poor Alan, who wanted nothing to do with the family business. I remember when he exiled Tracy, and then he let her come home, and then he exiled her all over again.
My mother was hardly an innocent.
That is true. And look, maybe that made for a very successful business, but it made you all miserable. And Edward is gone. Do you really want to carry on his legacy? You at Michael's throat, Michael at yours?
That's just how the Quatermaines are, Lois.
Oh, really? What about Lila?